So, is Roja Parfums Danger Parfum Cologne a dangerous fragrance? Stay tuned and find out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, go and hit that subscribe button down below, and also be sure to follow my fragrance Instagram page. And I also want to let you guys know, if you want to support me, I just recently launched my brand new merch. So definitely head over there, pick up, I have t-shirts, hoodies, crew necks, and some accessories. So if you want to help me, definitely check that out and also represent the love for fragrances in the world. But today, guys, like I said, is all about Danger Parfum Cologne by the one and only Roja Parfums, or the creator, Roja Dove himself. So I cannot wait to be talking about this one for you guys. Now, honestly, it's no secret I'm a huge fan of the house of Roja Parfums. I've reviewed many of their fragrances like Elysium, Creation E, Apex, Scandal, and I also ranked every single one of the Parfum Cologne. So you have to check that out to find out where Danger actually came in. Now, before we go over information and everything about Roja Parfums Danger Parfum Cologne, I do want to shout out Roja Parfums for actually providing this bottle for me for review. So thank you very much. I'll leave their link down below where you'll be able to purchase Danger or anything else from their entire collection. So Danger Parfum Cologne. Now, I'm always saying Parfum Cologne because that's the one I have. They also have an extrait or like a Parfum version of Danger, but this is of course the Parfum Cologne. Now, this fragrance was actually launched in 2019. I believe that's when all of the Parfum Colognes were actually launched. So, and as far as the retail price goes for this one, you can pick up the 100 ml bottle like I have in hand, and I believe that's the only size it comes in, for $315. So it is a little bit on the pricier side of things, but at the end of the day, guys, Roja Parfums is a very niche luxury house that provides some of the highest ingredient fragrances. So of course, you're going to be expecting to pay a little bit of a premium for the kind of fragrances you get. Now, we have to talk about the perfumer, and of course, it's Roja Dove himself. Now, Roja Dove is, like I said, the in-house perfumer for all of the Roja Parfums creations, because he is actually the owner as well of Roja Parfums, and I just have to respect that. I love when the perfumer is the one who creates them and also owns them as well. So that is just awesome. So shout out to Roja Dove if you're watching this. With all that information out of the way, let's go ahead and look at this awesome packaging and presentation now. So taking a look at the Danger Parfum Colognes box. Now, I believe all of the Parfum Colognes actually come in the same box, or just very, very similar. Of course, you have Roja Dove's signature right there, Parfum Cologne, Roja Parfums. Nothing on the bottom. On the back, of course, you have a fragrance by Roja Dove himself. 100 ml bottle, like I said, and it's made in England. Now, you actually have a push tab right here. You pull that up and you have like a felt kind of interior where your fragrance will actually be housed, and it's in there very snugly. So awesome box. Now let's go look at the bottle now. So taking a look at these iconic Roja Parfum bottles. Now, I absolutely love the Parfum Cologne bottles because they're all different colors and I think they look incredible. Of course, we are graded with the red with Danger. Of course, you have gold lettering all around the front. On the top, you have Roja Dove's signature, and also on front of the cap as well. On the bottom is where you'll find your information and batch code engraved into the glass. Nothing on the back, or actually, my bad, it actually says a fragrance by Roja Dove, made in England, kind of like what the box says. Now, I believe these caps are actually gold plated, and they are very, very heavy. Some of the heaviest caps in the game. Nothing inside the cap though, and nothing on top of the atomizer, but the cap does actually hold in snugly, but not snugly enough that I would actually be confident in actually picking it up, because you don't want to drop this because it is so expensive. In the top, you have lavender, lemon, bergamot, and tarragon. In the middle, you have violet, jasmine, and lily of the valley. And in the base, you have cumin, oak moss, vanilla, tonka bean, musk, ambergris, patchouli, cloves, leather, woody notes, cedar, vetiver, rhubarb, and galbanum. Guys, Roja Dove always has some of the most notes in their fragrances because they do come across extremely complex. I have not come across a Roja that has been linear yet. So let's go and spray this one and test out the atomizer with Danger. Take a look. Very nice atomizer. It is kind of like a pressurized, and it does spray a lot of juice. And I think I got some on my pants, so I'm gonna be smelling this throughout the entire day, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but we'll talk about the scent profile now. Before we talk about it though, guys, I actually am picking up in the air, and I just got to say, Roja Dove is a master at making fragrances, man. Like I said, some of the most complex compositions I've ever got my nose on, especially with like Elysium, which is one of the most complex freshies in the world. And this one is also right up there as far as complexity, guys. So let's see what we pick up in the opening. So in the opening, of course, this is gonna be like your traditional kind of fougere, but it does have a slight twist. Now, in the opening, you do have that lavender. It is like a creamy kind of lavender I get in the opening that gives it that barbershop quality. But alongside, you do have the lemon and the bergamot and a slight greenness as well. In the opening as well, of course, you're gonna expect with Rojas is they come across extremely natural smelling, especially the citruses in that lavender, guys. You're not gonna be getting any synthetic, piercing accords with this one. I'm telling you that right now. It's very natural, very authentic smelling, guys. And that's what actually makes it that price for a reason, because you are getting quality juice. Now, I do actually have to say, now, obviously when I'm wearing this one, I wear this on skin. And right off the bat, I haven't sprayed it on a test strip in a long time, but on the test strip right now, it's actually much different than what I get on my skin. Because on my skin, even on initial spray in the opening, I get a burst of a spicy cumin. It's usually a cumin balm on my skin. I don't know if it's just my skin chemistry or what, but I get a ton of cumin right on initial spray. And if you know me, if you watch my videos, I'm not usually a big fan of the note of cumin, to be honest with you. Sometimes it can come across a little bit sweaty and like body odor, which obviously does not sound good. But man, I'm not getting any cumin on the test strip at all right now. Maybe if it dries down, but yeah, no cumin off of this. That's why I'm always saying, guys, when you test out a fragrance, you want to test it on your skin, because fragrances smell completely different on every single individual. So I'm telling you right now, don't go to a store, spray it on a test strip, and judge it right off the bat. You have to try it on your skin, walk around for a little bit, and see how it actually develops. I just can't get over that. I'm still not really getting any cumin, but what you get, I would describe the scent profile, because obviously I wore this quite a lot, but I usually do get that spicy cumin alongside a little bit of a violet, which honestly I'm also not a big fan of the note of violet either, but it definitely is there. And I also get a very nice floral jasmine note. Now, jasmine is one of my favorite florals alongside rose, because it sometimes can come across a little bit rugged, a little bit dirty, earthy, and it definitely comes across the way I like jasmine to be in Danger. But as you make your way into the very dry down of this one, which by the way does take quite a few hours to actually get there, which is probably why we won't be smelling any cumin on the test strip anytime within this review. But in the very dry down, you are greeted with a very earthy, green, masculine, mature oak moss note. Obviously, oak moss was used a lot in like the 80s, the 90s, masculine, mature, gentlemanly fragrances, and you definitely do get that similarity within Danger Parfum Cologne. It just gives it a nice to the composition. And you also, of course, have cloves that work perfectly alongside the cumin, giving it a nice spiciness. But you do have ambergris as well. Now, ambergris, Roja does very, very nicely, even though the ambergris is a little bit subdued in Danger, unlike in Scandal. Within Scandal, I get a very salty, slightly animalic dry down from the ambergris in that one, which is actually my favorite part of Scandal. In this one, you do detect it slightly if you're actually looking for ambergris, but it's not in your face, it's not pungent, nothing like that. So don't worry about that if you're not a big fan of ambergris like a lot of people aren't. But all in all, guys, in the dry down, like I said, it's very earthy, very green, very woody as well. You obviously have the woody notes, you have cedar wood. You also have vetiver as well, which gives it a grassiness that works perfect alongside oak moss and some patchouli as well. The rhubarb and galbanum, I'm not getting any of those notes, or the tonka bean. Maybe a slight creamy, kind of sweet vanilla, but not the main players. So let's go over the best seasons for Danger Parfum Cologne. Now, this is definitely going to be more suited for the fall and winter, because it does have that fougere-ness to it. It is also very spicy, kind of cozy as well, and earthy and green. So when you think of those kind of characteristics to a fragrance, you're obviously picturing fall. It gets dark a little bit earlier, all the leaves are on the ground, and of course winter as well, because to be honest with you, even though this one is considered a Parfum Cologne, which is a more fresher take of the Parfum Danger, it still actually has a deepness to it, probably the most deep from the entire Parfum Cologne line. I would have to say that. So it still actually pushes through the winter very, very nicely. So now as far as age groups for Danger Parfum Cologne, I have to say this does lean more on the masculine, mature side of things, guys, because it does have an old school feel to it from, of course, the oak moss, the lavender, a bunch of citruses in the opening. I definitely can't picture a teenager actually enjoying Danger Parfum Cologne, or even someone in their early 20s. I would definitely say this is more suited for somebody probably 25 and up, or even maybe 30 and up, unless you're obviously a fragrance enthusiast like myself and just love fragrances in general. Then you would definitely appreciate this one. But at the end of the day, guys, it is on the masculine, mature side of things. Even though it has that old school kind of vibe, it's not outdated whatsoever. It also does have a slight modern twist, but definitely the most mature from the entire Parfum Cologne line. So if you're an older gentleman looking to get into Roja Doves or Roja Parfums, you're absolutely gonna wanna check out Danger. I think you would actually like this one the best. So touching on occasions and the performance of Danger Parfum Cologne, this is not your typical casual kind of easygoing fragrance. This is 100% targeted towards more dressed up. If you work in an office, this will be perfect for that. If you wear a suit and tie every day. If you're going out on a date, I think this one's actually good for that as well, especially if you're a little bit older, not if you're younger. But this one actually made my top sexiest fragrances in my entire collection list. So it does sort of have a sexiness to the fragrance. Obviously it's named Danger, so when you wear this one, it might put you in some danger, guys, drawing a lot of women's reactions. But it won't be younger women. They probably won't like this one. It's gonna be more mature, grown up, classy women that would actually really compliment this one. So yeah, occasions, 100% formal. Now, for the performance of Danger Parfum Cologne, this is actually one of the better ones from the line. I know Elysium gets a lot of flack for the performance, which I don't really have issues with it, but it's not the best. Danger Parfum Cologne is definitely probably the best from the Parfum Cologne if Apex isn't in the picture, which isn't actually, I don't think, part of the Parfum Cologne. So yeah, either the best or the second behind Apex if you consider that within the collection. So very, very strong, potent fragrance. So you don't have to worry about that. With my skin, guys, I got around 3 hours of very decent projection within maybe an arm's reach or so. And it actually lasted around 8 hours as well. So no complaints whatsoever. Like I said, one of the better performing ones. And I don't see many people actually complain about the performance of Danger either. So, but like I said earlier, guys, this is not my favorite from the Parfum Cologne line. To be honest, it is a little bit on the lower side of things, but it's not my least favorite either. You're gonna have to watch my ranking, which if you made it this far, I'll leave that in the info and in the description below. So definitely go over and check that out as well to see where Danger Parfum Cologne ranks or any of the other Parfum Colognes as well. But that's gonna wrap up my review of Danger Parfum Cologne. Let me know down below if you actually tried this one, if you tried any of the Roja Parfums and which is your favorite. But as always, guys, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch all you guys in the next upload. Take care, everybody.